Hi, I'm Daniel. I'm a sleep physician. And if you have insomnia, this channel is for you. Today, some thoughts on what we can learn about insomnia from tabloid covers. Nice having you back here, and if it's your first time on this channel, welcome! Hope you find something valuable here. First of all, a shout out to Kaylee and Suzanne, who are on a regimen of bedtime restriction. And for those of you not familiar with that, that's when you limit time in bed to build a strong sleep drive. So when you go to bed, you fall asleep quickly and sleep through the night, hopefully. Kaylee and Suzanne accepted an offer, I should say, to hold them accountable. So I'm holding you accountable. Please keep working and hopefully you will see results. Today I wanted to talk to you about something I thought about just the other day. It was perhaps yesterday or maybe the day before that. And it has to do with weight, with hunger, and of course with insomnia and sleep. And before we get to kind of the main point I want to make today, it's often meaningful to think about insomnia and hunger, sleep and hunger, to understand, one or the other. Predominantly here, of course, we talk about maybe hunger and eating to understand sleep and insomnia. Perhaps you could do the other way around too, but that's not so helpful for us here. Now, that said, the kind of classic comparison is the one where hunger illustrates how sleep is also what's called homeostatically regulated. That simply means that, the longer you go without eating, the hungrier you become. That's a type of homeostatic regulation. And sleep, of course, is similarly regulated, meaning the longer you stay awake, the sleepier you become and the more you will sleep. Now, I read something the other day that I thought was a pretty helpful little insight, which tells us why if you have a hard time sleeping, it's not good to nap. So what I read was that you can think of this as snacking. If you have a snack, you can ruin your appetite. Eating before you have your kind of main course, your main meal, can ruin your appetite, so you can't really enjoy it, or you can't eat as much as you maybe would like to eat. And same thing when it comes to sleep. If you take a nap, you're kind of ruining your sleep appetite. You may not be able to sleep as well or as much as you could have if you didn't have that sleep snack, that nap. Now, that was just kind of a short thing I wanted to share today, but here's kind of the main thing. When you go to your local supermarket, your local store, it wouldn't surprise me if you have a bunch of tabloids sitting around just where you check out. And it is often like stunning how many of those covers have the same headlines, the same message, which reads something like lose 20 pounds in 10 days, or lose 7 pounds in 1 day, or lose 45 pounds in 6 days, or something like that. And why are those type of covers so incredibly common? Well, of course, it is because so many people want to lose weight. So many people have probably struggled and tried this and that. And each of these tabloids carries this promise that if you buy this particular issue, you will unravel a key to how you can actually this time be successful in losing weight. Now, I bet that if you surveyed people that actually bought these tablets and asked them, do you truly believe that you will lose weight by following the steps that are, following the recommendations that are in this issue? Most people will probably say, I don't think so, but, you never know. It's worth a shot. Meaning, like, out of all these like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of issues that are produced, there's still a chance, a sliver of hope. There's still a possibility that maybe what I read in this particular issue is, the key that is going to help me lose weight. When in reality, it probably very rarely is. And it's kind of the same in the world of sleep, meaning you often hear about this new, new supplement or this new a combination of supplements. Like, they have this pill now that's a combination of valerian and hops and melatonin in a certain ratio, and now that's going to make you sleep. Or this new gadget, like, you put this thing under your pillow and it sends out these like radio waves that synchronizes your brain waves, and that's going to make you sleep. It's incredible how often we hear about those type of things. And I feel that that's just like those tabloids, They know, people know how many people are trying to sleep out there, and they're selling this hope that this thing now is going to be what helps you sleep. Now, is that kind of like, evil and like self-serving, or is it, you're just giving people, you're just telling people what they want to hear, or you're giving people what they want to have? Or do people truly believe that maybe their product is working? I don't know, but I will say that all those kind of quick fixes for your insomnia, just like the rapid weight loss that you read about in tabloids, are very, very unlikely to kind of solve the root problem and actually help you. Now, that said, you might say, well, some diets work, and that is absolutely true. You definitely hear about a lot of people that have success with the Atkins diet or the keto diet or something like that. But if you ask them, I'm sure you know somebody that lost a lot of weight, and if you ask that person, like, how do you lose weight? How do you lose like 50 pounds? It's very unlikely that that person tells you, I just started taking this supplement and I lost it. It was easy. Or, I just follow this, I just eliminated avocados and that's it. They're probably going to tell you, I just ate a little bit less and I exercised more, or I ate a lot less and exercised a lot more maybe. But my message to you is like, that person that lost 50 or 60 pounds is going to tell you that it took a lot of work, and same thing when we apply that to insomnia. If you have had chronic insomnia and somebody asks you, like, how did you overcome that? Most people are going to tell you it was not easy. CBT, which we're talking about this in this channel, cognitive behavioral therapy, is just like that. It works, but it's not easy. It's kind of like, keto diet. It works, but it's not necessarily easy. And that leads me to a kind of final thought, which was this one. I often have patients telling me that, they tell me that, how can I not be able to sleep? It's such a natural thing. It's just like eating, like, you can't, forget how to eat. So how is this possible? And if you think about it, you may, in addition to that friend of yours who lost a lot of weight, or maybe that particular friend who lost a lot of weight, you may have asked that friend, like, how did you lose weight? And that friend may have actually said, it wasn't intentional. I've just been so worried about my mom and her health that I just haven't, had any appetite. I haven't been eating that much, and that's why I lost so much weight. So yeah, you can't, forget how to eat, but you can be, your appetite, how much you eat, can definitely be affected by how you feel. And it's actually the same thing with insomnia. You can't forget how to sleep. Like, everybody has a sleep drive. You need a certain amount of sleep, but your sleep can be affected by how you feel. So in fact, both hunger, eating, and sleeping can be very, very much affected by how we feel. If you're new to this channel and you are struggling with insomnia, then as always, I definitely recommend that you read up and educate yourself about cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, which I truly believe in. It can be really effective. And you can start off by watching episode 1 about bedtime restriction. It has a follow-up, which is episode 14, as well as episode 21. Also, definitely check out episode 5, which is about stimulus control, another very important technique. And if you have any questions, comments, anything else, please leave a comment here or email me at insomniainsight@gmail.com, and I hope to have you back here very soon. Thank you.